Hey everybody, welcome again to the Boone Show on My Pulse Radio. I'm John Boone, and we've got the boss lady here.
I'm always
under
here.
The gun.
I'm always here. Don't say that you just got me here. I'm always here. I've missed one show in how many years? Maybe 2 shows.
Yeah, you're right. Usually one show every couple of years. You
there
do
you
good
go.
with that.
See,
yeah.
I do.
And you
That's
just told me that you're not going to miss a show I thought you were going to miss. So that was impressive.
See, yeah.
Yes.
I'm on you, man. I got you.
Can't do without the boss. We've got some great guests for you tonight, and we'll be talking about mainly food stuff.
Which is great. That's like everybody likes to talk about food.
Yeah, it's easy to talk about, and it's a universal language
For
kind
sure.
of thing. So our guests tonight, first off, are acclaimed.
He is.
I don't know
From
about
ACTC.
He
right
is.
Here. Chef Moree. Chris
Hello,
Moree
hello,
is here.
hello.
You almost need to have like a clapping behind him when you
Tell you,
say his
he's
name.
something. Yeah. He's just, wow, just racking up the hardware.
Yeah.
And we also have a guy that helps rack up hardware for other people, and that is, he is the co-chair of the SC State Chili Cook-Off Championship. That's this weekend. We'll be there. He's Jameson. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So, a lot of food stuff to talk about tonight. We're going to start off with Chris and then dive in with Gene because we got a lot to talk to him about. Chris has been on before, so we know a
Old
lot.
hat.
Yeah, we know.
Nothing new.
But he is once again headed to national competition.
Yes, and how many years, Chef? I just like to
The
hear it
poor
from his
people in
voice.
South Carolina.
We've had a little success over the years. This is our 9th state championship in a row.
Wow.
We've won 13 of the last 14 South Carolina Pro Start Invitational competitions, and we've been in the top 5 at nationals every year since 2015.
Like literally when ACTC comes into the facility for the state competition, everybody's like,
Oh,
there they are.
That's the ones.
There they are.
yeah,
There
we
they
worked
are.
so hard, and now
Yeah.
We've had a good run.
and we had to put up with Baltimore.
Yeah, got back to Baltimore.
Yeah, but so who beat you the one year?
That was in 2016, and it was just a comedy of errors. Had very talented students on the team. Individually, very, very good cooks. But it was one of those things altogether, we just couldn't get out of our own way. Kid cut his finger early
my
on. Then we had a little hiccup plating the food, and it was one of those days, It happens. So we wanted to come back stronger and better and more focused the next year, and we've had a good run. We haven't lost since.
And remind you, you need to be reminded of what these students do. So we've got 5 teenagers that are doing an hour-long competition with no running water, with no electricity, and they're making a 3-course gourmet meal.
I wouldn't do it. If I was in high school, I wouldn't do it. I watch them. I'm better now. Holly was there early on, and I couldn't watch. I'm pacing back and forth in the back. I'm stomach's in knots.
True.
I'm much better now, but it's nerve-wracking even
He still
to watch.
doesn't get up to. He stands
I don't-
way in the back.
I don't want to make him nervous too. I don't want to be
Yeah.
right there. But
Are they given a dish?
No, there's no mystery basket. There's no required ingredients. It's all up to them. They design the menu starting in the fall.
Yep, in the
we
fall.
get together, and I kind of steer them in the direction to kind of say, guys, this is what's worked. We want to kind of make fine dining, elegant food. It needs to taste great. It needs to look beautiful. But we have to do it with no running water, no electricity, 1 hour, 2 camping burners, in a 10 by 10 square.
Sounds like a chili
So
cook-off.
it's
It's
intense.
much the
yeah.
same. Yeah.
And the menu changes every year depending on the kids.
Yep. I got to tell
They
them,
choose it.
we're going to eat this about 30 to 40 times before, if we go to nationals. So it has to be something that is interesting enough to cook that you like. And we know we've got a great menu when it's the week before we go to nationals, and at practice when we're done cooking, they're still fighting for the last forkful of food on the plate. So it's always good to know that it's still delicious after cooking it 30 or 40 times. And if we can get it dialed in and seasoned just right, never know. Top 5's the goal at nationals because they get scholarship money. They get awards, and they get things to help them if they want to go into culinary school.
And you've been not even top 5. You've been decimal points
Oh
away.
yeah, it's
from
razor thin, and that's
first place.
That's
I mean,
the
you've been
thing.
so close.
I tell the students, you got to catch the right judge on the right day in the right mood. I mean, there's 30 judges, but across a dozen categories they're being judged on, not just the taste of the food, but countless other things. So there's always subjective things, and I say we can think our menu's the best, but taste buds are different. So the top 5 is the goal because that's where the scholarship money is. But hopefully one of these years will be the last state called, and we'll get that first place trophy.
Maybe this year.
And what's cool about the competition is that the state, South Carolina Restaurant and Lodging Association gets involved. So they run it for the state. And then whoever wins, they pay for these students, both the culinary side and the management side, to go to Baltimore.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It does not cost our school one bit for our students to go, which is so cool.
Yeah, very generous. They pay for the registration, the hotel, and the airfare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, so you say for the menu you do something different every year?
We do.
Because you have told me about schools that do the same thing every year.
Yeah, there's a rule in place now. There may be a rule or two in place because of our program over the years, but there was some repetitive dishes from some states and schools, and so there is some things in the rule packet about changing, the color of the ingredient, the presentation, things like that. So,
Right.
and it makes sense because even if you have students on the team for 2 years in a row, you want to keep teaching them usable
Sure.
skills, teach them things that they're going to be able to carry on and not just be a robot making the same recipe.
There's that guy in the Midwest. that
Yeah.
yeah, I remember you talking about that. So what is on the menu this year?
This year we're doing some traditional Southern ingredients, but with a fine dining twist. We're doing a chicken liver mousse tart
Which
for the
I
appetizer.
never thought I would ever eat chicken livers.
A lot of people hear that and
ever.
they're
Yeah, they're like,
no
oh,
thanks."
wait a minute. Can
But
you
it's
come
delicious.
up with something that sounds more
It
appetizing?
is delicious.
If you put enough butter and cream in something, it's
Yes.
going to taste good. It's gonna
Yes.
taste good.
I think there's a half a stick of
Yeah.
butter in it.
And we pickle some vegetables, and there's we use
So
sorghum
good.
in a few different ways on the dish. So it's very rich, very not low calorie at all, but it's tasty.
Delicious.
And then the entree is cornmeal dusted catfish. We have a Sea Island red pea and hominy succotash, collard greens, pimento sauce. And then the dessert is a fun little twist on peaches and cream, peach mousse with a buttermilk ice cream.
The best ice
Huh.
cream I've ever had in my life.
Buttermilk ice
Yeah,
cream.
it's good.
You
It's
would
good.
not think buttermilk ice cream, but it is delicious.
Just tangy enough to know
Right.
that there's some buttermilk there, but again, fat, cream, sugar, it's good. The good stuff.
Yeah,
the good stuff.
That's the flavor. Yeah. So what do they require of you for these different courses?
The rules just say the students have to make an appetizer, entree, dessert, and
Okay.
in general, each course should have a sauce, and there should be appropriate accompaniments with the entree. But they leave it up to the students. So some of the first things we do at our early practices, we've got a pretty good library of cookbooks. We get online. I tell them look at Michelin star restaurants, look at fine dining food, look at the books, get an idea of what the food should look like or could look like, and then think about what do you guys want to eat, what do you like. In years past, we've done some theme menus, and this year's team thought, well, we don't want to do the same ingredient necessarily all the way through, but what if we did Southern foods, showcase what Southern food could be. A lot of times you hear Southern dishes and you're thinking meat and three and, home style country cooking. So we wanted to take those ideas, but really make them beautiful, really make them elegant. And the team's doing a great job. We're 3 practices before we leave for Baltimore, and they're really hitting their stride. So.
That is kind of funny when you think of Southern food. Chicken livers, you got cornbread,
Yeah.
and you've got
Catfish, peaches,
It's
yep.
like
Pimentos.
Yep.
yes,
Yep.
yes.
So we wanted
That's
to try
really
to
cool.
encompass a
Buttermilk.
lot of those familiar Southern ingredients, but show how it could be really presented in a beautiful fine dining way.
Now you go up there next week.
We do. We leave Thursday to get settled in. Competition kicks off Friday. We compete Saturday afternoon. We are the last group of the day on Saturday, so about 2/3 of the teams will be out of the way by the time we cook. So then there's just a few more on Sunday afternoon.
And there's
48 teams this year.
teams.
Yeah, we are team where they're paired up 2 at a time. So we are in the very last, the 17th start of the day. So teams 33 and 34.
So they have 20 minutes to set up.
And then 1 hour to cook. We can be finished anytime within the last 3 minutes of our hour. They present the food, judges taste, we get some feedback on teamwork, tasting, they wash dishes, and then we wait, the waiting game until Sunday night.
So what do you do the rest of that day? Are you sitting around watching, or are you actually out doing something else?
Well, Saturday morning, I'm going to try to get them into the competition area to watch, maybe kill some nerves a
Right.
little bit, because we have all morning to be nervous about competing. And then hopefully they're kind of settled in and they go do well. And then Sunday afternoon, we'll be able to watch the last few groups, and then the nerves really set in because everything's over and they're starting to wonder what if, and then the awards dinner is Sunday night.
Okay.
So they'll do some product check-in prior to that. So they have to bring everything.
Yes.
Explain that, Chef.
The judges will go through all of their coolers because we have to bring all of our food, every
So
pot
from
and pan,
here-
every ingredient,
to Baltimore.
all the way to Baltimore. Keep it temperature controlled, keep it inventoried, and the judges will go through. And that's the first stage of the competition. They're scored on that. So they have to be in uniform, clean cut, ready to go, and then that stuff is taken to a refrigerated truck, put in there for storage the next day, and then on Saturday, we'll do that Friday morning. And then Saturday afternoon, we'll go to report, we'll pick up our equipment, get down to the staging area, we'll get our ingredients, get out to the competition floor, 20-minute. They can set up, measure ingredients, can't mix anything, can't cook anything. That's just kind of setting stuff out, getting ready, and then the 1 hour starts, and then it's go time. And if they're not ready, the hour starts anyway.
Yeah.
So we practice all that setup time and an organization here, so there's nothing new, there's no surprises when we get there.
Wow. And you can watch this on streaming, right?
Yes, I think the Restaurant Association is going to stream it on one of their social media, probably the SC Pro Start Facebook or Instagram page.
Okay.
If not, I'll make sure that we have
Yeah,
our
we-
stuff so
Yeah,
we
you
can have it on the
usually send
ACT.
out.
I try to.
Douglas is always pretty good about
Yeah.
strapping his phone in the
He is.
stand, and we broadcast it.
Wow. That's a lot of work.
It's very cool.
And very cool. So this year, since you're on the show right before the competition, I'm sure you're going to win. You're going to get over that little hump. Going to remove
I'm glad he's
point,
sure.
that .001 or whatever it
Yeah,
was last year.
it's close.
We're going to get over that hump. And what was it for? Do you think that the difference was?
Oh,
Do
well,
you
last
know?
year we were very late. We had a little equipment issue, and we were over 2 minutes late. And I was devastated. I'm like, man,
We're not even going to make the top 5.
7 months of work, and the students are asking me, Chef, just level
minutes
with this.
over.
What do you think? What are the chances? I'm like, zero.
Yeah.
Absolutely zero. And, what? I'm like, you said be honest. Because 2 years ago, the difference from first to third was less than a quarter of a point. And we had a 2-point penalty for being late. But one of the most important things I've taught the students over the years is make the food right. If you're late and the food is perfect, that's better than being on time and the food's wrong.
Yeah.
And that really paid off last year because we were 2 minutes late, but the food was so good, we still placed third.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
In the nation.
I had us
that's
out of the
cool.
top 10 for being that late just because it's so razor thin.
Yeah.
And they really did good. They finished. They didn't break. They didn't just buckle and fold. They saw it through, and they supported each other, and they got to the end, and it paid off. When they called us for third place, I probably had it ear to ear. I was shocked. I was
about
completely shocked. Yeah.
It's so cool
was great.
watching the kids compete and practice, and they know they're ready, and they've got this together, and then they go out there and perform, and then when they're done, they're so worried about it. It's cool being able to watch the interaction between the kids and Chef and how that works, and then at the end when our name is called somewhere,
Yeah.
and it has been for the last
9 years.
9 years,
10 years.
in the top. So somewhere in those top 5, our name's been called. So it's been kind of cool. But it's time, Chef.
It is.
It's time.
It is. And they were really bummed out last year. And I told them, guys, yes, we want to do well at the competition. We've worked for months. But at the end of the day, the sun's going to come up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the restaurant business, the wheels fall off, and you just got to keep cooking. You got to figure it out. So you're going to learn more from those moments of adversity and how you
keep
perform
saying
through
that.
it.
You keep saying
And
that.
then, but I think it was so
No, you're
rewarding
right.
that they still made the top 5.
Yeah,
They were so
absolutely.
bummed out. And I said, look at it this way. You didn't give up. You saw it through. You finished the job, regardless of what happened. And then to still make third place was really, really cool. It was
Yeah.
very rewarding for them,
Yep.
for sure.
Well, that's good. So that's next week, Thursday. You head up there, compete on Saturday. So we'll hear something by Sunday night.
Sunday night. They will stream the award ceremony on the National Restaurant Association's website as well.
Okay.
So how many competitors?
There are 48 teams from across the country.
They pair them up.
Yeah, we start 2 at a time. So because it's such a long 2 days for the judges, it used to be 1 at a time every 20 minutes, and it was
Oh,
just
wow.
a long 2 days. So they try to, because the judges volunteer their time, and it's exhausting. It's 2 10-hour days of tasting, and
But you
And
cook,
watching.
you cook once.
yeah, we just
during that
cook. We
period.
have 1 time slot, so it's one chance to just be a fraction better than everybody else.
And the kids, it's amazing because the kids have to be so prepared. Like they have to bring everything. So Thursday morning when that van leaves to take everything up there, everything has to be in there that they could possibly use, including every bit of food.
Yes, so if anybody knows where to get some fresh peaches, drop them off at 702 Belton Highway before next Wednesday.
He's starting to panic about the peaches. Got to have those fresh peaches.
Yes.
All right, here's something for you though, Chris. And of course, we wish you all the luck in the world. And like I said, I know you're gonna do it this year. You're gonna do it. You used to do the management thing too, though, right? But now you're concentrating on cooking.
We've had 4 management teams over the years. It's such a mountain of work.
Yeah.
I don't really promote that one unless students come to me because it takes a certain type of focused student to do that management. And it's a lot of public speaking, and so many students don't want to get up there and present. But we've had some success with that, too. We've had 2 second-place national teams with management in the past. So,
All right, well, here's my next question. Last week on the show, we had the folks from SC Comic-Con, and we asked, one of our students does a show that's called the Sandwich Club.
Okay.
And it's just all about sandwiches.
It's one of my favorite foods, actually.
And
I
who
love
would have thought?
sandwiches.
Who would have thought they'd have so much material? It's like they're not going to run out of material talking about sandwiches because there's so many different kinds of sandwiches you make, and
This is
breads,
true.
and
Yep.
the history, and where everything comes from. Your name even came up
Uh-oh.
in a good way when we were
that's a
talking about
first.
it. But I want to play you the audio of what the heads of Comic-Con, Rob and Michelle Young, chose for their official, if they had to have an official sandwich of Comic-Con,
Okay.
which turned out, spoiler alert, to be a burger, what they chose, and see what you think about it, and maybe how you would specifically create it.
Let's do it.
With the ingredients they're talking about. So here they are. He's talking to Michelle.
Those are 2 of my favorites right
Yeah,
there. He's got a
mine
good
too.
start.
Oh.
On a dare.
True.
So what do you think of that, Chef?
It sounds interesting. He said who doesn't like peanut butter, and I was about to raise my hand.
Oh.
I like peanut butter, but right here.
Right. I
Peanut
know you
butter
don't
and
like peanut
chocolate.
butter and jelly.
If peanut butter and jelly and chocolate milk were the last foods on the planet, I would die of starvation because I would just be like, oh, polite
You're a
pass.
simple man.
I would happily take yours.
I love peanut butter with chocolate in a Reese's cup, but that's really the only way I eat it. And I I make my own jams and jellies, but there's something about those together on a sandwich that doesn't do it. But I know he didn't have jelly on the burger. But I like where he was going with the Thai stuff, because we could put some sriracha or some sweet chili sauce with that, and we could put some other things on there, maybe some cilantro and some pickled red onions. We could make that like a Thai peanut donut burger.
Thai peanut
Interesting.
donut.
Or did I
burger.
just make it worse?
No, I think
No,
that's
I
why I
actually
wanted
think it
a
sounds
chef's
good.
opinion, because I think we're on to something.
Well, when
Yeah.
he mentioned like with the hot burger making the peanut butter kind of into a sauce, I'm thinking, yeah, we could work with that. Spice it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. That's not bad.
All right.
But he had a good start. They mentioned Cubans and Reubens, and those
Yeah.
are the Reuben is my all-time favorite sandwich. So
My
he
wife's
had me hooked from the beginning. That was a good lead-in.
All right. Well, now I'll play that audio for them. And,
There you
and
go.
We'll
They'll
be
have it.
working back and forth, and by next year's Comic-Con, we'll have a sandwich. There
Exactly.
we go. All right.
The official.
All right. And as we transition over to Gene, I wanted to ask you about what your favorite kind of chili is, Chef.
You know, this came up about 8 or 10 years ago when we did the students did a little bit of the chili cook-off years ago, and honestly, I've not made a lot of chili in my life, but when I do, I like to make my own chili sauce. I'll get some dried, like Guajillo chilies or California chilies, get something and steep them and blend it. I don't like to just use the dried spices. I want to make my own red chili sauce. And then from there, it's just kind of, honestly, sometimes whatever I have in the fridge. I did smoke some beef chuck once. Got that really tender, diced it up, tossed that in, so I had some smokiness. I had the spicy from the chili. Sometimes, honestly, I get lazy and I'm just like peppers, onions, ground beef. Maybe I didn't soak the chilies and make my own chili sauce, so I'm doing some shortcuts.
Well, I get lazy all the time then because that's all I've ever done. But that sounds good. All right, we're going to take a quick time out here, and then we'll come back with Gene Jameson. He'll tell us all about him and all about the chili cook-off. It's coming up. You're listening to The Boone Show on My Pulse Radio. Hi, we're back on the Boone Show on My Pulse Radio. Chef Moree and Gene Jameson joining us today. And Chef, feel free to comment at any time, just like Gene did. Be part of the show,
Absolutely.
Be part of the conversation. You're not excluded. Appreciate you staying on. Gene, this is the first time you've been on, and we're glad to have you. We had Eleanor and Gene coming today, but Eleanor Dorn, who's also the mayor of Belton, she had a funeral she had to go to, so she had to say she couldn't make it. So Gene is still here. So we're going to get to know him a little bit. Gene, tell us about yourself and what brought you to where you are now, and then we'll talk about all the things you're involved in now.
Well, I'm a native of Belton. I grew up there, went to Belton Honeypath High School, graduated a long, long time ago. Went to college, moved away, and after about a decade or so, I ended up finding my way back. And at that point, I worked at Shriners Hospital for a long time, and then 2008 I started Jameson Woodworks, 2009 that area, and for the past 16 years I've been doing that. I guess that's 16, almost going on 17 now, and I also teach at Anderson University.
So what did you do at Shriners?
I worked in the motion analysis lab there. My background's in biomechanics, and it's kind of, they have a gait lab, a motion analysis, so we could evaluate the way children walked and see if there were therapies, surgeries, bracing options that could help them walk better. And that was the
So how
focus
did you
of,
leave that to go to woodworking?
well, remember
there's no
He's
saying.
still
well,
teaching. Can you
well,
say
I was
that?
always a hobbyist woodworker
Okay.
from when I was a kid. So once I worked in Birmingham. I lived and worked in Birmingham and started acquiring tools. And when we moved back here, I just kept woodworking and got the job at Shriners. And I developed a little product that I thought had some potential, pitched it to a few places, and it did. And we still make we're still making those. So
Tell us about that, because it started with your son. Right?
Yeah, I have a son. He is he just had his own son a month ago. So in '08, I made him a Christmas gift. It was a little wooden pocket knife, and I thought it was fun. I was going to just throw it in his stocking and say Merry Christmas, and I thought, that was probably more fun to put it together than to just get it. So I made it in kit form, and that started the whole thing. And we called it JJ's Knife Kit, and we still make them and sell them today. It's evolved into not only that line of products, but other knife companies like Case Cutlery out of Pennsylvania. We make wooden versions of their knives for them. There's a knife company called Spyderco. We make wooden versions of their knives for them. So it's kind of been a pretty good little niche market.
You got to look it up, Holly.
Yeah.
Jameson woodwork.
We're
it's really the designs are really like intricate, and he was just telling me before we came on the air that they've sold 40,000 of these things.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, we put.
Oh, you brought one.
We about 40,000 a year. We just shy of 40,000 last
Can you
year.
imagine?
It all goes in
it
that
all
little
start-
box.
Yeah, the tins are
Take a
kind
look at it,
of
Chris.
give it that nostalgic
pretty
look, and you can pull the wrapping off of that. I just grabbed it on the shelf.
I mean,
It's no big
I just redid our raised bed garden outside. That's got wood.
deal. Awesome.
You made a square.
Bunch of 2x12s.
Now
I put them in squares and rectangles. I mean,
Stop it! I
I just made a sandwich.
if you want to talk, if you want to talk about impressive stuff, I mean,
impressive would be getting it open.
And- yeah.
There we go.
the ends of those raised bed gardens are almost square.
need a wooden
Almost.
knife to
They're
open
almost-
that.
yeah.
Yeah. But that is
That is really cool.
Yeah, it just comes in pieces. It's not gonna.
Little pins there. That is cool.
that is awesome.
But it's a nice thing for companies or stores like Mass General Store, Bass Pro
Yeah,
Shops,
yeah,
Cabela's, stuff
yeah.
like that, where you've got outdoors enthusiasts, moms buying Christmas gifts and little trinkets and
Little pieces to
but they're
open up.
It's funny how things like that start. You're just making a little stocking
yeah.
gift.
Well, if you, I mean, I don't know how deep you want to go into this, but if you remember '08, the economy wasn't that
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it was
Shriner's
terrible.
endowment was hurting, and they had to make some cuts, and I was one of them.
Oh.
So that forced my hand. I had already had the product, had interest, and they said goodbye, and I said, well, we'll give it to the end of the year and see what these deals work, how they work out, and through the holiday season, because we knew that would be the biggest boost for the product. So,
That is the
It worked.
coolest thing.
So what do you sell each one for?
well, they retail for about $12.
All right.
The 12 is the new $9.99. So. Unfortunately,
Yeah, everything is
Yeah.
been boosted up to the new whatever the cheap price used to be. That is really cool. That is
That
awesome.
is neat.
well, I got that to a pretty steady point a couple of years ago, and I saw an opportunity for a professor job at Anderson University, and it's worked out well. I got that, started teaching there in '24.
And what do you teach there?
I teach in the kinesiology department. The students there typically are wanting to go into some of the therapy fields, PT, OT,
Physical therapy, yeah, those.
athletic training. We got some pre-med students,
Very
even
cool.
in medical sales. But that's typically the students we're working with there.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Let's take a quick, not break, but a break from talking to Gene to talk to our guy, Zach, on the phone line. Zach, are you there?
I'm here. How are you?
Thank goodness. I was afraid Danica blew it. How you doing, Zach?
I'm doing good, man. How are y'all?
Good, good. You actually
Good.
sound a little better this week.
Yeah, it's been a good week for us.
Good.
It's been a real good week, and just been focusing on the good things, and just trying to just trying to look forward to positivity and not be so negative, and just
That's
trying
good.
to just trying to think positive, all this with Tiffany and everything. And to be honest with you, and I know it's kind of comical with it being, WrestleMania weekend too, it's something to kind of look forward to a little bit.
Yeah.
And because I mean, even she likes to sit down and watch it, and it's just kind of one of those things that we can look forward to, and everybody looks forward to the Super Bowl and the Masters, but I always look forward to WrestleMania. And I get made fun of, or I get taught, that stuff's fake, but I when your little girl looks at it and watches it, and just to see the look on her face, and I dread the day having to tell her, it's all fake, it's all put on, but I really enjoy watching it. I mean, I do. I enjoy watching it. I look.
It's fun entertainment.
Every year.
Sure.
It is. It's like a guy used to tell me that I worked with. He said it ain't nothing but a male soap opera. That's all it is. So I don't know if you. I don't know. I meant to send you the picture. I don't know how much of it you watch now, but Liv Morgan. I don't really watch a lot of the women wrestlers. Really, Carson will want to here and there, but I really don't pay much attention to them. I will some. But my sister's favorite, of course, is AJ Lee, and I've been keeping up with her and everything. And I don't know if you've seen the welt on.
Yeah,
Liv
I did
Morgan.
see that.
I think it was Liv Morgan. It was Liv Morgan. The welt on her face, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Was that when she got run over by the champ?
Yeah.
Stephanie
I can't
Vaquer.
even tell you most of them.
I've got this. When you got the women's wrestlers, I've got it all covered. Just ask my wife.
So when I had to rewind it, because I'm like, did they just butt heads? And I had to rewind it. Then I seen that on Twitter, and I showed Tiffany. She's like, "Wow!" I said, "Yeah, accidents happen." And it was funny. Carson was going around saying, "Mommy, Bronson Weed got hurt." That's what she says. Weed, not Reed. Weed. She says Bronson Weed got hurt, Mommy. And Tiffany was laughing at her, and I said, "Baby," I said, "he really did. Him and Bron Breakker both. They had to stop the match." And I said, "Anytime the doctors called over there, they really got hurt." And and I said, "You can tell her that it's real. Just keep telling her that it's real." So yeah, that's I'm glad you noticed that. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay positive for Tiffany, and just trying, because things ain't really going good for her at work, and just things aren't going good for her, and she's just trying to be trying to be mom, and trying to be wife too. And I couldn't ask for a better wife, and
you're right about
better
that.
mom to my kids.
Anybody that sticks with
and without being, not being funny or anything, she puts up with a lot from me. I mean, she really does. She puts up with a lot. She's put up with me for 15 years. And I couldn't ask for a better wife.
Yeah.
And I'd be saying that if she was sitting right beside me. But I've just tried to be funny with her, and I've just tried to talk to her and say, "Hey, cheer up. It's WrestleMania weekend. Come on now." So, it's something we look forward to this time of year. And I really like the 2 days thing. I like the Saturday, Sunday thing. I really do. So
I'll be headed right from the chili cook-off home to settle in, maybe get some wings or something.
And watch WrestleMania.
At 6, I believe it starts at 6
the first hour on Saturdays on ESPN too.
Yeah, that's so confusing. They made it even more confusing now. But I think they realized that
it's
they gave the big discount for the first day and all this, because they're realizing that they're just gouging their fans, and the fans are starting to fight back.
It's ridiculous. We paid. I want to say, and I don't mind saying this, I want to say probably $60 or $65, maybe $70, after fees, probably close to $80 for our SmackDown tickets this last time in November, I think it was. Mm-hmm. Carson was in school, so it was October, November, somewhere around in there. And I paid $60 for our lower bowls 2 years ago. So that's how much, and that's with fees. That's how much they went up. See, I used to go up to the ticket office and get them, and to avoid paying the fees. But you actually pay more at the ticket office, which is sad. So, but yeah, we're. I appreciate you saying that. I'm trying to cheer up, and had to get home. I worked till about 4:15 today. Wanted to get home in time to do this. So, But we'll see. And next week, I guess if you have a show next week, we'll talk about the result. We'll talk about the results, and we will go from there.
All right, man. Well, enjoy the weekend. Have fun.
Yes, sir. You too. We'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, Zach. If listeners don't know, they've been going through a lot, and his wife's been going through a lot, and they found some cancer, and she has to have another operation in May, so she's got that on her mind. Plus like you said, the job, the kids, all that.
Yeah.
And she's a great girl. Graduate of the media broadcasting
Both of
program.
them.
So. Yeah, I've had them on my mind. I sent him a message this week telling him, we were rooting for him and lifting him up a little bit. So glad to hear he's doing better. Didn't he sound a little more upbeat?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, because he's been down the
more.
last few weeks. But WrestleMania has a way of doing that too.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And
Yeah,
Tiffany's on. She has a path now. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, and she'll be all right.
some answers.
She'll be all right.
That's right.
All right, let's skip back to Gene. Let's talk about the chili cook-off. The main reason why you're here, because that's happening this weekend. So we want to tell people all about it. Right up the road in Belton, in the Belton Square. I went through Belton today. They already got all the signs up about the roads being closed coming up.
Week of preps
and all that. So tell us about this year's competition.
Well, we will pretty much take over City Square all day Saturday. Chili tasting will start about 11 and go until chili is no longer available. We try to have that time last till about 3 o'clock usually. That's hard to do. A lot of people come. You buy tasting bands or tasting tickets. You can buy like 5 tastings for $5, or you can buy a $20 band and get unlimited tastings from the chili cooks. A part of the competitors will be from all over. We've got some coming from Houston, Texas. We've got them from Pennsylvania, Virginia, Georgia, Florida, several from Florida, actually. So we have a great many regions represented, and they will be competing. Winners of those, we have 4 main categories in the ICS division, and those winners will be qualified for the World Championship Chili Cook-Off.
So ICS stands for?
International Chili Society.
Okay. And you have to win so many of these.
You win one qualifying event in one of the categories, and you're qualified to cook in the World Championship.
In the World Championship.
And we do have some world champions that will be competing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the reigning homestyle chili champion, Karen Cullum from Houston, Texas, will be in attendance and cooking.
And what are the 4 categories?
The 4 categories, first off in the day, I'll go kind of chronologically through the day. The first tastings, or the first turn-in, is veggie chili. That is to be made from vegetables, not necessarily vegetarian. So no meat, but there's no, you can use stocks and stuff like that. Next would be the chili verde, green chili. Usually the cooks make that with chicken or pork, and it is a kind of a light green color. It's one of my favorites, actually. I lived in Colorado for a while, and that's where I was introduced to chili verde, and it was I really like it. It's not everybody likes the look of it, but it is. I do enjoy it. Homestyle chili will be next, and that is what your mama made. There was some pushback a long time ago because people around here expect there to be beans in your chili, and what the main category is their traditional red chili. No beans. It's just generally it's small cubes of high quality meat in a broth or a stew, and
so no beans.
That's no, not in that, not in the traditional category. So that is the finale, and what kind of has the most. Homestyle has really gained in ground lately, though. So those are the 4 categories. The champions will get about $500 each and a trophy, and of course their qualification to compete in the Worlds.
And where's the Worlds?
They were in Indianapolis last year. I haven't confirmed that this year. They were in Myrtle Beach for probably the previous 5 years, and now they've they're trying to appease all the cooks from all over, so they don't all have to travel from one coast to the other. But Indianapolis last year. I'm not exactly sure this year.
And when you say worlds, is that literally can be from other countries as well, or is it just U.S.?
Yeah,
Kind of like the World Series.
I think the main pool they're pulling from are the U.S.
Right. Okay.
So what about spice level? Because chilies, change. I like a little spice in mine. Well, how does that
Well,
work in the
it's a
judging?
it's a common fear among the public that they're going to get something hot that they don't.
Right.
Not spice is a part of the flavor profile, but their goal isn't to burn your mouth. I mean, they some are have more heat than others, but generally they're palatable and good tasting.
And one of the cool things about this is you're not making money off this. You're actually raising money for nonprofits.
Yeah, the goal is we do have 5 nonprofits and that we serve. The organization that I work with, the Chili Committee, is what we call ourselves, but it fits under the umbrella of the Belton Alliance, which is a Belton area partnership of business community leaders that try to serve kind of as a chamber type organization, and within that we run everything through it, and it became apparent that it's more than a one-person job, and over the years we've structured it so that the Belton Alliance, the Belton Interfaith Ministries Association, the Belton Area Museum Association, Belton Center for the Arts, the American Legion in Belton, and one of the Masonic lodges all participate in organizing and helping day of and all of the chores that have to be completed leading up to it, and those are the ones that will be the funds, the revenue will be split from in the end, to donate in the end.
So how did you get from Anderson University woodworking Shriners to chili?
That was everybody. I was standing in a line of people, and everybody else stepped backwards, and I was left going, "What happened here?" Now this will be my last cook-off. Things have gotten a little too hectic, so I will be in the background from here after this year. So it's in good hands, and the Belton Alliance has good leadership, and the city of Belton has. They've got a lot. They've done a lot for it as well. So nobody wants to see it's a great springtime festival. Mm-hmm. We'll have craft vendors and some entertainment live on stage all day.
Car show.
Miss South Carolina will be there, and there will be a car show. So it's a good early spring event to bring the kids, and kids don't necessarily like chili that much, but there's some sugary sweets and what is it? Frozen? No, the freeze-dried candies.
Oh, okay.
People like
We
that.
make some of that here too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That we have a vendor that sells that, and my daughter will be parked in front of her. So we try to make it just an all-around city square festival.
Yeah. It's
Very
nice.
cool. Very cool.
I like being out there. So, all right, and we'll be there, the radio
Yeah.
station.
Excellent.
We'll be
Platypulse.
playing the station and the Platypulse. We'll be out there. He was very popular at
Comic-Con.
last week. Took tons
So
of
that's
pictures.
a mascot?
A mascot. That's a platypus.
All right.
Because we didn't want it to be a normal mascot, so we chose
It
an animal.
couldn't be a
that-
normal
that,
mascot with John
The
Boone.
only other mascot that we've seen that's a platypus is that Dr. Pepper platypus.
Right.
Have you ever seen those commercials during football season?
I haven't.
You got to see that. They're really cool. They're kind of funny. We laugh about it because we have the same
Oh,
character.
yeah, wait, he's the other college mascot.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
yeah, I got
And they
you.
have the picture
They're
of
throwing
him.
snowballs at him.
And they
and
go,
whatever.
"That's a duck," and that's one of our slogans, "Not a duck,"
Not a
because
duck.
everybody calls him a duck. Then they did the same thing in their commercial. It proves just
Although
how
we
brilliant
did
we
it
are here. We did it
first,
first,
right.
but-
Maybe Dr. Pepper's been listening to the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. We need
exactly.
to get him as a sponsor. I mean, the kids drink enough of it. That's for sure. That's the most popular soda
It is,
here.
for sure.
Man, they go through that stuff. But anyway, a lot going on there. The wristbands, again, $5 gets you 5 tastings. $20 gets you however many you want. And we found some good vendors last year with selling some other, food items and craft items and stuff like that.
I will say that the craft vendors and other we have some sponsorship booths that will be trying to promote their brands and stuff, but all of those will probably be up and ready by 10. It's just that the chili cooks won't probably have chili until 11.
Yeah, we'll be there by at least 9, maybe even earlier, setting up our tent. So
Yeah.
usually everybody else is already there. Okay, so that sounds great. That is this weekend, this Saturday. And there's supposed to be great weather. Going to be a little hot.
Heard it is.
But as Gene said earlier, rather hot than rain. So great day to come out with the family. Saw a lot of past students that were out there last time with their kids, proving how old I am now. So come out. It's a great family event. All right. We move on to some things in the news that I'd like to get you guys' opinions on. First off, where's my bracket?
Oh, yes. It's bracket time.
All right, our brackets in the April Anarchy competition
Mine's
for guest
broken,
of the
gone.
year because you didn't choose the right
No,
winner.
I didn't.
Yeah. What we did was we came up with this idea, and we'll develop it more next year when we can start it from the beginning of the year and have some fun with it. But based on March Madness, we came up with a bracket of listeners' choice of favorite guest on the show. So you guys will actually be in the brackets next year in this competition. But this year we only had 16 because I started it way late. And what you do is to vote to actually advance your bracket. You go back and listen to the shows, get as many people as you can to listen to your show or watch it on YouTube. And we count all the streams and the views that you get, and that's how you get to progress through and maybe to the championship.
You buried the lead on that. I could have been a lot more entertaining if I'd have known there was something riding on it.
Well, I'm going to start
you get
recruiting
it.
students now.
Right.
Hey guys,
Listen,
start
people around here
streaming
are
now.
doing that.
Minimum 5 a day.
And
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
Do you know what
can
Tanya's
start,
doing?
You can start now all the
Assigning
way
it as
till next
homework.
year.
All our students are doing it. Julia sent it out to like everybody she knows at her gym and everything. Oh yeah, it's
And
crazy.
We wanted people to have fun with it, and they even got some clapback from YouTube that said some of the views were not legit. In other words, they caught on to the fact that some people were just turning on their computers and they weren't interacting with it, so they took some views away from some people.
Look at that.
So Tanya, with running all her computers in her classroom to try to get views,
Yeah, I don't even know how that works.
I tell
I'm just
you.
a cook. I don't know.
But it was good for us because any streaming helps
Yeah,
us,
sure.
and any kind of help we get goes, any monetization or anything goes right back to the kids in the
So
program.
I'm confused. How does that work?
How
I'm
does
a
what?
not technology person at all.
What do you
How
mean?
does YouTube know if they're
I don't know.
watching
It's part
the video
of
or
the
not?
algorithm.
Like, how does
How they're
interacting
clicking
with
on
it
it,
work?
I guess.
I mean,
I don't
know.
They can
Gotta
somehow
comment,
tell
gotta
because Tanya lost
pause
like
it.
12 views. They said weren't legit. That,
we're taking away 3 of your 12.
You're getting so many views all of a sudden. We got to investigate this.
Do you have a classroom set up of these? And you make your students do that?
They all started at exactly the same time.
And I guess it was too many views at first from the same computer.
Okay, I could see that.
So they're like, hey, wait a minute. You have to watch this every day. You're going to have to mix this up with different computers, different users.
Gotta have a strategy.
All that kind of thing.
Right.
Gotta have a strategy.
So we allow all that kind of cheating to boost the views and the listens and all that. But it's all in good fun. And the winner gets a $50 gas card. And so does the winning guest. So our brackets now are down to the final 4.
Final 4.
And here's what happened over this past week. Now, they were seeded originally from 1 to 16, again, by number already of streams and views. Okay? And the number 1 seed went down this week.
Uh-oh.
No.
Yes.
Tanya went
And-
down?
No, Zach.
Zach.
I forgot to tell him, but I didn't want to give him any bad news. he's trying to cheer up. But that, between those two, okay, and it's weird how it happens on just one side of the bracket, but they added around 550 more streams
Oh my
between the
God.
two of them
That's crazy.
over the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
So, but Tanya, she just will not go down. She's winning all
She's
the
in the
contests here at ACTC that we have. She won the men's bracket in the March Madness.
Yes.
She's something about that.
Yeah, she's competitive.
It's very competitive. But anyway, she beat Zach.
Wow.
So get this, though. The other side of that bracket was Trey Harris and
Denver Downs.
And, Denver Downs, and against Jimmy Smith, mayor of Honeypath.
Oh.
And that was very close.
Really?
I couldn't believe Jimmy Smith was getting that money. He was on the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But Trey has moved on.
Overcome.
So now Tanya has to take on Trey.
Oh.
Trey Harris is our ag teacher. In the Final Four, it'll be Tanya against Trey.
Do the
on
views
that
reset?
side. No.
They just keep going.
They
How
just
far
keep,
apart are they now?
Those two are, well, Trey has some ground to make up. He does, because Tanya's done
Putting
all
it gently.
that. The main competition for Tanya was Zach. Okay? But it's not impossible. It's not impossible. And then the other side, we have another ACTC person that's moved on. And that is Seeley, along with
Really?
Will Ragland, who did the Halloween show.
And Will is hysterical. Do you know Will Ragland of the Milltown Players?
And
Oh, he's hysterical.
they were up against Julie Bell from the,
yeah.
what foundation was that? Webcraft
Webcraft.
Foundation. And they defeated her. So Ragland and Seeley move on to face Envision Williamston,
Oh.
the only outsider
That's right.
that made the
Yeah.
Final Four.
The dark horse.
So there's a target for you, Gene. You've got an ACTC person. So
Yeah.
We're in this together, buddy.
Yep.
Me and you.
See, get you over the top there.
Each of
Yeah,
you might
wait,
get
wait, wait.
$25.
Yeah, get $25.
Are we pulled in our
Yes.
appearance?
Yes.
Your
It goes
one
by
show.
per show.
Excellent.
All right.
We
So
have to coordinate our efforts
that was
to
Roberta
farm all these
Hamby.
views
Do your
from
job.
everybody we know.
Do your job.
So Roberta Hamby and Chase Maddox defeated Brandy Greer and Angie Stringer.
From the Chamber and the Cancer Association.
Correct.
Yep.
So it'll be Ragland and Seeley against Envision Williamston in the other side of the Final Four.
Gotcha.
Now Tanya's got the inside lane here.
Yeah, obviously.
So we have to really start working with Trey and with Seeley,
Yeah.
because somebody's got to challenge her. She can't go through
No,
this.
she can't
just
slaughter
go through
everything.
and as a matter of fact, she has the only, well, not the only, but one of the only perfect brackets as well,
Oh,
because she chose herself all the way through.
Is she an instructor? Teacher?
Yeah,
Yes,
she
sorry.
teaches in what, health science?
Yes,
Yeah.
biomedical and health science. But her show was not about her.
It was a music show.
She
Excuse me,
is
a Christmas show.
She is a Christmas fanatic. So she starts celebrating Christmas very early.
And evidently early is April this year, because she's been getting everybody to listen.
like she is like seriously Miss Christmas. And so it was technically a Christmas show, but she happens to work here.
Yes. So, I mean, like I said, next year we're going to get a much earlier start. In fact, you guys will be in the bracket next year, and we're going to promote
Can I
things
start
the whole
farming
year.
views now?
So,
Yes.
so yeah,
Yeah.
the
Okay,
farming
yeah.
is
The strategy is on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember, grades can be.
That's right.
Tell everybody.
Bell ringer every day. How many times have you? No, 10's not enough.
And tell
I will put
everybody.
my students on it as well.
Sign
There
back
you
in.
go.
I need
Yeah,
the
we'll
link.
have all of Anderson University listening to the
Make
show.
a quiz off of it, right?
Yes, and make sure every
Not a
one
bad
of
idea.
those the woodworking things that you send
That's
out
right.
has a little thing, a little
Yeah.
tag
Oh,
on it
now that
to
A little
listen,
link.
listen to the show. So again, it'll form itself better probably for next year, but for now, Tanya is cheating her way to the top, and it's within the rules, so it's really not cheating. So, but it'd be funny if somebody made it really close. A lot of these have been really close, and even hers and Zach was close, but they by far had more views than anybody,
Yeah.
both of them, and they just happened to be in the bracket together the way it worked out. So we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, quickly in the news, I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version for all you old people that still know what that is. Before we had Google do all our work.
I brought
for
that
us.
up in my class the other day.
Yeah. That's what we did. I used to do that. And I would read the Cliff Notes and get an A on the test, and I'd be like, you spent all that time reading, and
Oh,
I'm just
I got the Cliff
dumber.
Notes and still bombed it because I didn't read those either.
Yeah, but
I thought they would magically put them under my pillow.
Yes, says
maybe.
the professor of kinesiology.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just a radio guy.
I righted the ship before.
Okay, all right. But the three things that we found in the news: the FAA turning to gamers for help. As you know, there's been a lot of things that affected the air traffic controllers.
Yeah.
There's been the non-funding issue lately. A lot of them are working for free. A lot of them have just dropped out of the profession. It's a very stressful profession that usually has a lot of people drop out, but they don't stay there very long. So now this is legit. The FAA is telling gamers to apply, and they will take them through the training. It's a 1 to 3 year process to get fully certified as an air traffic controller. But they say they have the skills because of how much they concentrate on the gaming and all that.
Yeah.
They have the motor skills. A lot of people will drop out during the training because it'll be too hard for them. But they're encouraging them. All you have to be is like, hold on. There's only a couple of rules for applying for this. Must be a U.S. citizen, be under 31 years old.
Darn.
So
Well,
I don't
I don't
know
play
how
games
old you are.
anyway. I don't know.
I don't think you can do it if
Under
you're 10,
31.
though. I would imagine
interesting
you have
they
to be
have
at least 18 or
that
21.
age.
Under 31, and you must speak English fluently and clearly, I guess, if you're going to communicate with those pilots. You have to take a 3.5-hour computer-based test, pass medical and security clearances, and all that stuff. And then you're sent to the FAA Academy in Oklahoma City. And then once you graduate and become get 1 to 3 years of experience on the job, you can be a certified professional controller and make about $155,000 a year.
Wow, that's
Holy
not,
cow.
that's not
30,
Nothing.
30, y'all.
That is
Yeah.
not nothing.
30. So you can have this by 31.
Is this our next program here?
Right?
I mean,
I mean,
it's
serious.
not about. I don't know about the stress level that they
Well, that's
say
the
that
thing.
this
I
job
mean,
comes
yeah.
with. But
These gamers, they really are into gaming, but once you get them where they have to work and really concentrate on
Sure.
other things, are they going to make it through all that training? I don't know. I don't know some that'll make it through an hour of a 3.5-hour test,
Right.
or before they start answering C.
That's interesting. But I guess
But
you
that's-
have to have a twist if you're going to,
You
if you've got
find
to
some younger people, and you
You gotta
got to
fill
find that
those.
skill set.
And
That's
to
all they're
multitask
saying.
all of the things when
Yeah.
you're online.
I can't
and
believe they
playing.
haven't figured out how AI can not park airplanes in the sky very well.
I'm sure it's coming. And Chris, the second story is about Reese's. You
Chocolate
brought
peanut
up
butter.
chocolate and peanut butter. Well,
Chocolate
guess
peanut
what?
butter.
Guess what? Evidently,
Is it not real peanut butter?
it isn't, and the chocolate isn't either.
Yeah. Well,
It says milk chocolate,
does,
but
and
it
then-
is not. According to a guy who should know, his name is Barry Reese.
Of the Reese's.
He is the grandson of the Reese's founder. He wrote an open letter to the Hershey Company recently that accuses them of changing Reese's proprietary milk chocolate recipe and making the change without letting customers know that it was something different.
interesting.
They changed the whole milk chocolate recipe. It's not even Reese's.
So
Well, when you look at the ingredients, it says milk chocolate, then
Yeah.
parentheses, sugar, cocoa butter, chocolate, skim milk.
Yeah, how can have
When sugar's your first ingredient and not cocoa, and then cocoa butter, which is the fat,
There
right?
you
So
go,
how much
see?
actual cocoa solid is in this? Not much, apparently.
So there you go. So he's suing them, and they're saying they're going to gradually start to make this stuff real again.
caught us.
Yeah, it's like the funny part is, 2027, they're going to start making 3% of the Reese's products will be back to the original recipe.
That's crazy.
How can they do that? I thought everything's on an assembly line, all that.
Maybe they have multiple plants
Wow.
making these.
They have to.
3%. Yeah, and let's see. Reese's has also replaced the real milk chocolate in Take 5, Fast Break, the White Reese's, Mr. Goodbar, and the Reese's Mini Heart offerings.
Everything.
Holy cow.
Only thing that they haven't replaced it in is Reese's Pieces. which of course there's only a small amount of chocolate
Oh,
in that.
yeah.
anyway.
I mean, that's like what?
In the
Just a
little shell?
right around
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
on the shell.
So how about that? We have been
We
bamboozled.
sure have. All about
I don't
money.
know. I
all
don't know
about
how
cost
long
reduction.
they've been doing that. It didn't say how long, but it says that back. Maybe I'll have to find that open letter. There is a link to it.
And that's interesting because Hershey. I visited Hershey in the town of, and went to Mr. Hershey's Spiel. He has this little school there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a little; it's a huge school. Like I want to be Mr. Hershey here someday when I win the lottery.
Yeah,
but
they
I got to
help
buy a
help a
ticket
lot
to
of
win the
kids there.
lottery. But if I ever buy a ticket and I win the lottery, I'm going to create what Mr. Hershey has there. So I have a lot of respect for Mr. Hershey because of what he has given back to the community and made this school and stuff. And now I'm kind of disappointed.
Well, and Hershey said Hershey remains committed to, and this is just the company, not actually.
Sure, Mr. Hershey.
Yeah, Hershey remains committed to making products consumers love, and that means continually reviewing our recipes to meet evolving tastes and preferences. In other words,
You
find
caught
the
us.
easy way out.
You caught us.
Finding the easy way out without
Yeah.
telling the customers they're not getting what they think they're actually getting.
Yeah.
But I tell you, there's a hole in my heart today
I know.
because Reese's is like my favorite.
It is.
And
I
it's
agree.
been fake.
Sad.
Did you notice
Fake.
it?
No. And that's why I'm even more mad. But maybe next year I'll be one of the 3% that can taste the real chocolate.
Maybe you can fill that hole in your heart. There's a really cool food documentary on History Channel
Yeah.
called "The Food That Built America." If you're a
I
food,
did see
if
some
you're a
of that. I
food
didn't
nerd
watch
like
the
me,
whole thing.
the first season is
That's the
really
big battle
cool.
of the candy bars,
Yeah,
right?
It's
it
called
goes
The
the
Food-
food that built America,
Okay.
and the first season is multiple episodes documenting these old food companies like Hershey and the candy wars and cereals and a lot of those products that we know and see today, the origin of that. Later seasons had shorter single episodes highlighting different fast food and different food products, but it's really interesting to get the history behind a lot of
Yeah, I
these
saw
these
some
things.
of
It's
the
really
candy
neat.
wars with them and what was it, Nestle that they're up against?
I
the
remember
guy that did
the
Nestle.
M&M Mars company.
Mars, that's it, that's
and
it.
Hershey was on there. They had one about sodas, the Coca-Cola beginnings of Coke, and that it was very interesting.
Huh.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, check that out.
I will.
Look, he's already made a recommendation.
Got
I
it.
haven't even gotten
I
to
already wrote it down.
All right, the final story. It's funny because Gene brought up AI. Well, evidently, there's been a hack of, and we brought up that show last week I was telling you about where they were hacking into all these systems.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, the C-
Well, evidently, somebody's
closed
figured
caption.
out how to hack into the crosswalk systems. And, they say, like, oh, you can walk now or whatever in the big cities and stuff like that. Well, they hacked into the audio and they were replacing it with Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg saying weird things.
Serious?
Seriously, and they found out that the security, they would have like default passwords to get into the system, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and
password
you
is
could get in through
password.
Bluetooth.
Well, I mean, in their defense, how many people would have thought the crosswalk
Well,
would have been
that's
hacked?
it.
Who
So
would
they
want
were
to?
lazy about it.
Who would want to? Like, who would think, hey, let's not make that say walk, walk, walk.
Yeah,
Let's make
yeah.
it say
Instead,
something else.
things like this. Mark Zuckerberg messages included something about, AI will be forcefully inserted into every facet of your conscious experience. That was one of the things that the crosswalk said. And it also
At
joked
any point,
about,
did it say walk?
and it also joked about undermining democracy. And then the Elon Musk messages, one described Donald Trump as actually really sweet and tender and loving. And that's what you're hearing in Elon Musk's voice as you're crossing the street. Maybe you'd want the car to hit you at that point. I don't know. And it claimed, another one had Elon complaining about being so alone.
Oh, my God.
Couple of college kids. What are you going to do
So-
today?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's hack the crosswalk
That's
system.
exactly,
Okay.
that's exactly what it
Challenge
was.
accepted.
Yes.
So
I bet there are a bunch of gamers,
cybersecurity-
too.
Now, we do some cybersecurity here, right?
Yes, we do. We have a
That's a
cybersecurity
much
class.
needed thing,
It sure
especially
is.
with AI. But that
And
was,
with crosswalks,
Then you won't be
obviously.
harassed by Elon and
Crosswalks.
Mark as you're crossing the
who
street
would
in
have thought
Chicago.
that? It's you're right. It's like a couple of college students standing at a crosswalk and they're hearing walk, walk,
know what
walk.
we
And they're
should
like,
do?
wait a second. How can we hack it and make this a little more interesting?
got an idea.
Goodness gracious.
All
You
right.
just wonder.
So that's just 3 of the things I found in the news this week. Now we're to the final part of our show where our guests make recommendations for the week. We'll ask Chris and Gene about their recommendations for some form of entertainment, whether it be a show or a movie you're watching, something you're binging, a book you're reading, something like that. And then we'll go through and get your recommendations on food, maybe a restaurant or a dish at a certain restaurant or something. All right, so Chris, we'll start with you. Entertainment recommendation. You've already given one.
Yep.
I
Already
think
got it
people
written
should go to the Belton Chili Cook-Off this weekend.
Well, that's entertainment
sure.
and food.
That is.
He stole mine.
Entertainment. Yeah.
We're taking that for granted. Everybody's going to go.
I don't.
Do you watch? Do you have time to watch anything?
I don't
Do you
really-
binge anything? Do you read
I
any
don't.
books?
You know what? I would recommend a book called The Recipe. The author escapes me. It's not like a cookbook. It's a very good book. I gave it to a friend as a gift, and they said, I don't really read fiction that much. I'm like, look, it's a great book. Just read it.
The Recipe.
And he read it, and he's like, that was phenomenal. Really good book.
So was it about
It is
cooking
fiction?
or a chef?
It's
or
kind of
something?
loosely, the characters are loosely based on a chef instructor at, I want to say, the Culinary Institute of America. I don't think that's right, though. It's been a few years since I read it. But the basis of the story is troubled teen finds his way when his mom has him working to pay off a debt at a diner. And the chef there kind of mentors him and guides him along. It's really a really good book. I highly
sounds
recommend
good.
it. Yeah, and
Recipe.
it's a quick read. It's maybe 150 pages, but it reads very very quickly. It's not. It'll keep your attention. It's a good book.
Yeah. All right. The Recipe. Gene, what kind of entertainment can you recommend for us?
I recently reread The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh, yes.
There was 3 books. I enjoyed those. It had been long enough that I
Did you
forgot
watch
what
the
was going to
movies?
happen.
Yeah.
There's one, right?
Is there just one?
I
I
think
think it
there's just one
combines-
right now. I think
Okay.
they're getting
Yeah.
another one.
I
but
enjoyed
yes.
those. So
The movie was good, but I don't think it was anything like the book.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what everybody says.
And
Yeah,
you should
the
be
book's
streaming
always-
the cooking competition.
Hey, there we
this
go.
year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell
Next
Celia to
week.
get out there.
Yes.
Get streaming.
He
He
should.
needs to do some of this stuff.
I know it.
Yeah. All right. How about food? We've talked a lot about food, but where can you send people for some good food?
I would suggest people try out Abyss if they like seafood. There's a nice restaurant in Greenville called Abyss. It's right downtown. If you want to have a nice date night, anniversary dinner, nice birthday celebration, they can go get some great food at
Seafood.
Abyss.
Okay. Holly, you don't know that one? Mm-hmm. Because usually you're like, oh, I love it there.
I have not
'Cause
been
she
there.
eats at every restaurant we bring up. She's
I
already
do.
been there.
I do. I like to eat at restaurants.
She's a
I like to
foodie.
eat out.
Yeah. All right. I was just
Our
wondering because you didn't
teenager's not
react.
around anymore, right?
Yeah,
She's
that
gone.
is-
She's
that is
17,
the
so
co-host.
she's everywhere.
She's
That is
got
a
other things
key
to do.
factor.
Right. So it's just me and my husband. We're like, are you cooking? I'm not cooking. You cooking?
Yeah.
What are we going to have tonight?
Yeah.
Well, we sampled
That's
the
good.
finest offerings at most concession stands at softball games is where we get our fine dining in our family.
Where have you found the best concession
Well,
stand?
they vary. Some have the best peanuts, some have the best popcorn, some have trash all around. But that's pretty much where we spend our weekends, and it's unfortunate. but-
So you haven't told us. You have kids.
I,
How
I
old are
do.
they?
I have a 24-year-old who
That's-
has his own son that's
Okay.
a month old, and I have a daughter who's 13. She is at Belton Middle, and she plays on the
Softball.
JV softball team.
All right.
Oh, and every other softball team she can find. To
That's
play.
right. That's right.
That's good. Good.
Very
Don't let her
cool.
get burned out, though.
No, that was she's driving this bus a long time ago. That they don't.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
At least she wants to
Kid,
do something. That's
yeah.
good.
That's
And a lot
right.
of kids
Directed.
nowadays, it's hard to find a.
I've seen
anything.
too many parents try to direct that.
Yeah.
That focus, and it just doesn't. It never works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Is that it, Holly?
Yes,
Have we
sir.
covered everything?
Yes, sir. You
I
did.
believe so.
Good job.
So thanks to Gene Jameson for being with us, and for Chef Chris Moree. He'll be in competition next week, and Gene will be out at the chili cook. Are you actually judging?
No, I will not be judging.
You're a coordinator.
Yeah, I'll be
Yes.
putting out fires. Not literal
Not the-
fires.
yeah,
not
they're
literal
gonna kinda
fires.
need
Because they have to
Yeah,
cook.
Yeah.
Emotional fires. Meltdowns. Of,
Well, We'll see you out there, Gene. I really appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
We'll have you back. Even if you're not doing the chili cook-off anymore, I'm sure we can find some other things to talk about.
I'm available.
It'll be fun.
Very cool.
The podcast, remember, of this show, tell your friends. You got to get
That's
them
right.
downloading the
Start
podcast.
working now.
You can watch it on YouTube, but
Taking
you
time
can
to
also download on Spotify. We'll have it up there by Thursday. Usually we have the shows up there for you to listen to and download. Next week, we will be having Chase Smithwick, Pelzer mayor.
He's new mayor this year.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's brand new, kind of
Yep.
young guy.
Okay.
Getting
Yep.
in there, yeah. And we'll have Todd Miller from the Anderson County Fair, which is coming up. He'll tell us everything that's going on with that. And let's see. I got to thank you for listening. Okay, thanks for listening to the Boone Show. We appreciate your support. If you want to sponsor or be a guest, just shoot us an email at jboone@mypulseradio.com. We'll get back in touch with you. And remember, any proceeds we get from this show go right back to the kids in the program here at ACTC to help them go on their field trips every year. So thanks for your support. And thanks again, all you guys, for being here. It's a fun show. And we'll talk to you next week on the Boone Show, My Pulse Radio.